Hello, stream. We are going to be continuing to play the Archon quest. Sophie's
Whoa,
here with me.
Well, oh.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Kayla
Apologies.
said that she might join later, so. At least we know this time.
True.
Oh my god.
I drank all my coffee. Oh wait, no I didn't. Oh, cold coffee.
Fun.
I'm awake.
Are you good?
No, it's been a long day.
Oh no. I slept up to my job interview. I didn't sleep through it. I slept up to the minute before I was supposed to be there. And I was like, oh shit.
You're so silly.
I am.
Those are me awake at 5 AM.
Well, the thing is, like, I woke up to my alarm, which I set yesterday, which was for 9, and I just kind of, and I stayed up like an hour and a bit, and I just, you know, went back to sleep.
Now, why did you do that?
Because I was tired.
To be fair, why did you set an alarm for 9? Set it for 10.
There's no such thing as pure
Really? Silent treatment?
Yeah, really, silent treatment.
in this world. Even a wind cannot
Anyway,
blow on forever.
where do we need to go? Ah, down here.
Down there?
Yes, into the Spila di Rosula base.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we're doing a trap for Fiorina.
Poor Farina.
Where are you in the Archon quest?
I'm literally at the same point as you.
Oh, okay.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
Those meetings sure did make me hungry.
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised.
Do you feel more confident after the meetings, Paimon?
Well... It's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great. After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you? Huh?
Something wrong?
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
No, I didn't.
Then what's that?
Tea, obviously.
Paimon's never seen that cup before.
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything.
Wait, what the fuck? Who is this person?
Who's that voice?
This Genshin just goes from depressing to the most out-of-pocket
Have you
shit.
forgotten me already?
Wait, you are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
Oh!
The voice from the sky.
It's that person that I
think
totally
that
remember.
description is wrong.
Uh-huh.
Not completely wrong. You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Who are you and what do you want with us?
Consider me a passerby, just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
Let me ask you, will Fontaine's prophecy come true?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
There it is again. Fate. Can there really be no exceptions?
Ah, so you've
Too much
caught
brain
on.
power.
Just as prophecies are usually only the future
brain
as
power.
seen from the
Ain't got none.
perspective of the gods. Could
You just
things
speak
be
up. I only have
happening
one
within
ear to hear two
corners
things
where
from.
the god's gaze does not fall? Are
Well,
the
you
things
should
that
have
you shall
checked what was
see
wrong with your
different
ear.
from the fate that the gods perceive?
I did. I woke up hours ago. I had a nap hours ago. It was like I woke
stand by
up.
the.
I woke up around like
Talking about?
6 from my nap.
Sounds really impressive and important and
I went to sleep at like around
You
4.
fell
It
asleep
also sounds
again.
kind of scary.
Yeah, I took a nap. I went to sleep around 4 and then woke up around 6.
I believe that
I
you
had, like,
understand, right?
4 hours of sleep last
Some
night.
things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately,
Jesus, you
fate
sleep
shall
so
serve
much.
as your
But
only
sleeping
Maybe
is
that should
guide,
be
great.
your
no
job.
matter what will
But I
happen
mean,
in
this
Tevat's
nap
future.
fucked up my right ear.
All you need to do
You know, if
is
it's
to
fixed by
play
tomorrow, you
your
should go to the
part.
doctors.
Probably.
This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice.
It's a little bit.
It's gone.
I'm cold.
Also, I'm running out of juice, so I might need to ask my mum for some money before Friday.
I want to hear someone talking.
Just so I can afford free.
You're getting more diligent,
Hey,
Paimon.
it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in
She's
on
so
some lively
aggressive.
banter.
She is.
Luna!
Oh, how have you been these past few
Fine,
days?
just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontanians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes, it was Charlotte. I assume you've heard of her, no? That daredevil journalist? I'm in full support of her view. Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes, about what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Actually, someone already came over. Tell Mona about your mysterious guest.
Goodness gracious.
Ooh.
Serious?
My hands are cold. Actually, just one of
My hands are so cold.
Just one of my hands cold. It's my right hand that's cold.
The old hag's in your room.
Fuck. I believe she came to pass a message to us.
She said that even the gods' gaze has
Diana,
no
stop
thought.
taking my
Pretty
energy.
bold if you ask Paimon.
I'm
Would
not
believe
gonna
the
continue
gods
that.
to be all-knowing, right?
Oh,
The
you are in
Hexen
so much
Circle
trouble.
members are extraordinary. As
It's
for the
fine,
ancient
Diana
End,
likes
the old
me.
hag has mentioned her a few times. She said
You
that
just nearly
End's sense
called
of
her a
direction is
bitch.
incredible, and that she
Well,
loves
my hand
letting
is
loose when
cold. What do you
lost.
want me to say?
But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... Well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and End's been around for longer than that.
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group.
I'm tired.
But they must really stay in shape to
I'm
live so
tired,
long.
yes.
Their
I have a
abilities
right
alone
to
are
be
pretty
tired.
terrifying. If she came to see you personally,
You know,
then
Diana's
the
taking
problem
all
you're
my
facing
energy,
must
so.
truly be of great importance.
Well,
What
it's not
energy?
like
You
Paimon
have
could
no
understand
energy.
anything she said.
Yes,
My energy
she was
from
quite
napping.
cryptic, but I suspect
Oh,
she
shit, yeah,
means
you
that
napped.
there's still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so... Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
True, her words are meant as a helpful hint, but when will we realize their value and meaning? Was that the best answer that my question could have gotten? Oh.
Traveler, Paimon, are you two alright?
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
Dun dun dun.
I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology
She's so
is
cute.
eternal and rational, but fate may not be.
When
It
did
is
Mona
cruel,
become insightful?
But it can also
She's
be
always been
beautiful.
insightful.
Perhaps that's what
Well,
Em's
yeah, but
trying
she used to
tell
be
you.
like quirky while doing
Not to
it.
lose
Right now,
heart,
she's just
and
completely
to believe that
serious.
what you are seeing playing out before you
Well,
is
probably
not yet
because
set
the
in
fate of
stone.
Fontaine
I did originally think of
is like, you
strength
know.
in all
It's just
this, but
shocking
I
me.
couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone.
Aww.
If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going.
Thank you about it, Mona. And thank you.
It was worth trying to comfort you,
Aw.
even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way
It's
I
okay,
did.
Paimon, I'll bonk you on the head.
I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
I feel like she has such a bappable head. I mean that in a nice way, of
Paimon feels
course.
kind of moved by what Mona said, but also kind of
Aw.
sad too. Hey, traveler, Paimon suddenly feels like going out.
Yeah,
to
let's go
explore.
for a walk.
Let's go.
Let's go for a stroll.
Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Oh, look, there goes it again, loading. Taking so long to load.
Oh
Load
gosh.
faster. Biatch. Yay. It brings me so much happiness to just run around Fontaine as Novelette, because all I can think is the townspeople just being like, what is the chief doing? He's just running through the streets.
I still need to level up, Neverlet.
Huh? Our names are written
Yes,
in
you
this
do.
newspaper. What's going on?
Maybe we're famous, Paimon.
Let Paimon see.
Of
The
course we
underwater
are.
stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy, but that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit.
Shiny.
Guess Charlotte's not picking up on that.
Sorry.
Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report? A blind adventurer with their white fairy, legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this mysterious traveler once visited the underwater fortress. So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades. Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, the Traveler's Trail, World Walker. Huh. Charlotte took
That's
so many
kinda
awesome
creepy.
photos of us and we never even noticed her.
Charlotte's kind
She
of a
hasn't been able to
stalker.
get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since
Oh,
we're
yeah.
easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead?
That sure seems to be the case, Paimon.
Seriously? Well,
Yep.
fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this
I'm
time.
slightly concerned.
What? Why?
Because we're being stalked by a pink-haired girl with a camera.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. Can I do a 10 pull? I'm 21 Parma gems away from a 10 pull. I want to get Charlotte.
Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get something to eat?
Okay.
From the wish! Why are you laughing?
It was just so out of the blue. It was just, I want to get Charlotte.
It wasn't out of the blue from my head, okay?
Okay. That makes sense.
Because I was talking about, you know, how I was only 21 promo gems away from a 10 pull, and, you know, Charlotte's on the banner.
Station only 16 slices a day.
I want to get Charlotte! It hasn't sold out for the day.
It was so delicious the last time we tried it. Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go. I'm sure it'll be great.
We can't let anyone get ahead of us.
One slice of cake, please.
Oh.
Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Wait, did you really say something like that?
Of course he did.
Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
Do you come here often?
Oh, coffee, my kind of melazine.
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part
Every
of my
day
daily
means
schedule,
every
apart
day.
from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe the waters will rise tomorrow. You know, like in the prophecy.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Yes, living.
Huh.
I love this melazine.
Yeah, they're great.
Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go? These 2 slices are for you. Sichuan said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call
Oh my
being
god!
sad.
She's so nice!
Oh, you know Sichuan?
Squish your cheeks.
I sure do.
Can you buy me a
She
coffee
was
too?
born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily. Yes, and you can only lift their spirits by
See?
feeding them food. So please try the cakes here.
Why is
I've got
that actually
something else
such
to do,
a
so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
Aww! Wait, she's so nice! I love her.
Alright, let's dig in. Paimon's sure this cake will be delicious.
That does look like good cake.
I want to make cake.
It's more delicious
I
than
want
last
cake.
time. And the flavor
I have
gets
money
even
for
better
eggs,
with a
though.
sip of tea.
I have no
You
eggs.
do,
Sure would be
yeah.
nice if we could come again tomorrow.
Friday.
Sure would be nice if we could
Yeah.
always eat delicious food here.
Also the 22nd. Get money on the 22nd.
Exactly.
Leave hotel the board.
Too slow.
Hotel de board.
The board.
The board.
The board.
Poisson.
Poisson. Poisson.
Poisson.
Poisson.
The board.
The board. Why do we like this?
We
God
made it
damn
to
it.
the office.
Let's
Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Lysskanal. Cheeseburgernikten, lysskanal. Cheeseburgernikten, lysskanal.
Poisson.
Poisson.
What is wrong with us?
Everything.
True date.
Yep. Go to the steamboat.
Quit
Ooh.
following me.
I'm gonna talk to Oh, Charlotte! I was right.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon!
Hello!
Have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Yeah, we did.
You got
Poisson.
some nerve. You just use
Poisson?
it to make some quick mora.
Poisson.
Can we negotiate a profit split?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Really? Oh, you're the best!
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior
There's a
motives,
shiny thing
you'd be in
behind
trouble
her.
Now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like
Shiny
that.
thing?
Yeah, on my screen there's a
Still, what
shiny
brings you
thing
here all of a
behind her.
sudden? Were you
It's like,
looking
you know
for
Does it
the...
have an arrow?
Yeah.
on it?
It's on your screen as
Yes,
well.
so it's mine.
Okay.
And when she mentioned it, we thought of coming to see you. Her name's Mona.
Oh, that was a great impression.
Ah, so you know Miss
Oh,
Mona
there's
as well.
multiple.
She's a guest.
Is there more shiny things?
Really good one.
There's more
too.
shinies.
She's so young.
Oh my
and
God.
Already such a brilliant astrologist.
There must
So
be like
she
a
mentioned me. What did
quest
she
or
say?
something.
Probably.
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice.
Oh my god, there is multiple. Oh, there's so many.
Journalists dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary traveler and Paimon.
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography.
Live photography. Oh my god, the live photography. She fucking stalked us to get those live photography stuff. You seriously want to interview me?
Yeah. Are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
In that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately.
To be fair, Charlotte is
Lighting,
cute.
a venue, some props, and
Yeah.
She's so excited as well.
so much to get done now. Talk to you later.
She just really loves her job.
She does. And then Paimon's depressed because she's like,
Charlotte,
fuck.
I've got a question for you.
The what?
Paimon is
Fontaine's gonna die tomorrow.
Paimon is so
Just
depressed
for
and it's a
example,
fucking mood.
Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking
Oh my
about.
god, there's more shiny.
I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, I don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know
Aww.
what you're thinking.
That's
Sounds a bit sad,
that's-
but I've always
that's
believed
so
that it's best
cute.
to do what you enjoy.
Aww.
Think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique
Oh, of
person,
course, Charlotte would think of
the
that.
story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do?
You're adorable,
Well, I'd
Charlotte.
write that
She
story,
is.
send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job. And I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind.
Poisson.
I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
Shit's about to go down.
That's so
For real, for real.
nice. All
Oh,
of a
yeah.
sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her.
Aww.
Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
Oh, let's go to the sea. Let's go see the sea.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
The sea breeze and scenery
Oh
can be a
God.
pretty
Paimon,
soothing
don't hurt
combo,
yourself.
huh? Paimon's been thinking.
Yeah, Paimon?
If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do?
Oh.
No, Paimon should ask, if you could choose, what would you like to do?
If I could choose, huh? It's just like Charlotte said, suddenly trying to consider what to do is pointless.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
Until that moment comes, I think I'll keep journeying on.
You mean, still traveling?
Yes, cherishing every single moment that I have to look upon this world.
Huh.
Oh.
Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
The banter goes back and forth between the two of you as time slips by. As night falls, you return to your accommodations and end this busy day. The next few days are just as calm. Charlotte comes to find you and conducts the interview in the Spina di Rosula safe house at the Fleuve Cendré. Navia, having finished her business in Poisson, even drops by to take a photo with the two of you. All goes well. Mm. Wait, why is it so sad? What the fuck?
Oh, it's about to get worse, probably.
Oh no, it feels.
But you'll grow mold if you stay
Ah!
long enough. But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Huh?
Oh
Yes,
god.
I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you two before.
You've
I heard that afterward you went
left.
to the Fortress of Meropide.
So are you under the impression that we might be wanted criminals?
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Did something happen?
Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
Oh gosh.
A riot?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her.
Oh.
Loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis.
Ah, this
And
is the
before she could
trap.
respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
Hmm.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what
Yeah, that
happened
is
after
actually
that?
true.
Is Farina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Farina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
I understand the situation.
Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything
Wait,
else.
why are you laughing?
Don't worry, this is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
I laugh at myself all the
Is that
time.
so?
Okay.
Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Parlay. The faces.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson.
That's why I was laughing.
You should
It was
cut them
fine on
quickly.
the face.
If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat. And as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone.
Poisson.
Poisson.
When Nervillet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse.
Hmm.
It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Farina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the
I
sense
don't know
of
why,
guilt
but
that
whenever I
she's
say that, it
feeling.
makes me sound like an angry starfish.
What do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it
No,
up
what's wrong with you,
too.
by the way?
Cool, huh?
I see becoming a detective's done you some good.
In that case, there's not a moment to lose.
Has it though?
Poisson, here we come.
What
Poisson!
was that? Wait, what just happened?
What?
I hit level 10 friendship with Tainari.
Yo!
I'm now Dukist.
Yo!
Oh, the boy, the baby, the baba.
I think I have enough to do a temple.
Too slow.
Wait, I'm just gonna get my daily commission.
Thank you for coming.
So easy to get your daily
Astra.
commission, like, even accidentally now.
I know, it's so nice until you end up trying to do a side quest, e.g. a story quest, and it goes, sorry, you can't do that because this mission is using that area. And then you go to that mission because you're like, oh, well, I'll just quickly do it. And it's a fucking daily commission, but you don't have to do it because you've already got the fucking
Oh,
shit
I've
for it.
never had that.
I have. It made me make coffee. And I couldn't even drink it, Caitlin. It was so sad.
Okay, right, I'm gonna do temple. 3, 2,
You do your
1.
temple. I believe.
You know, it would be so funny if I got 5-star though.
It
Let's see, do I have Charlotte?
Did you at least get Charlotte?
I got a Favonia sword.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay.
I got a Favonia
Oh.
sword.
Oh, that's so sad. You know that you're meant to have this thing called streamer look?
I don't have that.
I noticed. It's really sad.
Is it really?
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Do do do. It's like a ghost town.
Oh, stop skipping. Stop breaking.
What's happening? Oh, there she
My
is.
Genshin was glitching out.
Oh no. She looks so sad.
That's Farina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Shh, Paimon.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless. What was meant to happen did happen after all.
Oh,
Everyone's dead.
wait.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Give up for
What?
There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina.
Oh my god, we
stay back.
teleported.
So it is
Oh.
you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Farina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving.
Oh my.
I'm still trying to process
This
it.
is so sad.
Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts. They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marish Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them too.
Stop trying to act, Farina. You're actually beyond devastated right now, aren't you?
Of course not.
Ah!
The Hydro Archon's over there!
This is so sad!
Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are... They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they? That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Farina just ran off. Quick, we have to catch up with her.
I knew it.
What? Wait, what?
I knew where they were gonna hide.
Oh. Boxes.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
I feel bad.
Oh gosh, what's gonna happen?
I feel bad. She's so sad. And now my Genshin isn't loading.
Paimon's exhausted.
Wait, did it crash?
Oh, did Genshin just crash for you?
I'm so
Momentarily,
tired.
yeah.
Oh no, that's not good.
I totally thought they had caught me.
No.
No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
This voice is not what I'd call soundproof. You might want to lower your voice to stay hidden.
You're right.
Is your laptop okay?
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Disaster just struck, I suspect.
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Neverlette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already...
Is Fiona right finally reached her limit now that she's talking about her actual feelings? She's starting to look far less stiff. You begin to talk amongst yourself as Fiona slowly calms down.
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways too to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
But even then, you still haven't given up, right?
Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
But that would also mean that all hope would disappear.
Indeed.
Oh, Sophie's disappeared.
I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys
This is
no
so
rules.
sad.
The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives.
You can tell she feels so
Just
guilty
now,
as well.
It all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late. Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
And she's gone back to putting her mask on.
Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Oh, is that Sophie's just messaged me?
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were
Oh.
actually being honest
Give me a
just
sec.
now.
Her laptop said no, but Furina's still talking. And she didn't know that she'd left the call. Let me check. Did she actually leave the call? Yeah, she did. She left the call. Well, Furina's still having her drama time, but I can't see her. That's so funny! Furina, you should not have to shoulder this burden alone. Not running out of time. Can't go back to square one like this. I have to get more information. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Share my burden.
So because
That's impossible. It was
having
fated right
having a
from the
full
start
heart
that this would
and
be
black
my
screen.
duty alone.
That's so funny. She got jump scared by Furina. The black screen just randomly ended, so she got jump scared by Furina who just I love laughing at Sophie's demise. Okay. But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness. Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here.
Damn!
If Tevat
You
is
have to say it outright.
a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case...
There's no time left. Please, Furina, just spit it out. Oh. Cutscene! I freaking love cutscenes. Oh, she looks so hesitant. Oh gosh. And then there's just Lenny just stood there. He's like, magic trick! Come on, we were about to get the info though.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god? I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Well,
How utterly humiliating.
Lady Farina, what is the meaning of this?
Wow, they really have a
It would seem
whack
that there
concept
has been
of
a
the Archons.
misunderstanding. To be clear,
Or maybe we do,
this is not
considering
always an
Venti,
indication of surrender.
absent Archon.
For excuses
Though not
again,
really,
huh?
he watches over, but you
I
know, he wants
raised
him to
my
have a freedom.
hands just now
Zhongli,
to I
retired
will
Archon.
admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry.
We drew our blade against
I was
the
unable
Raiden
to
Shogun,
protect the
you know,
people of
Electro Archon.
Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes. You are not
I broke
the
again,
only
I'm
ones to
never
be
let. Oh
disappointed.
no.
I too am
And everything
exceedingly
neither.
disappointed in myself.
Captured Archon. Who has no freedom.
But
But she has
now,
freedom now, so it's
it
fine.
is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve.
Oh, I fucking love
Farina,
Farina's outfit
will
though.
use
It's
this
so
trial
pretty.
to show the world the true meaning of justice. This time, I will protect you.
Oh.
Applaud and rejoice! One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my words.
Oh god.
This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Focalor, will now begin!
Woohoo! Oh, now we're making history.
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
Most probably.
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the
Is
stand.
it... Oh, it's us. Thank you, Yorana.
Is that so? Very well. Then please speak, witness of Tivat, my accuser and fated opponent.
We're so close to getting her to tell us the truth, and it still turned out like this in the end. But it's okay though. As long as we can defeat Farina in court, we'll still have a chance to figure everything out. Yo! What evidence are we using though? Oh.
Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
Did we? Oh, no.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect
I
opportunity
love that.
to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself. So, we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
So, you mean, the ones who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina?
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontainian history.
That's right. That house was a magic box, rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Aranias. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon instead of a human. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome?
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off. We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water. It was a lot of work for all of us.
So, in other
Hello.
words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant
Hello.
magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Sorry about that. We just saved you back there.
Then, I
We're
can
going
guess
through a
Nervy
trial
and
now
Florence Park.
against the Archon.
You gathered a crowd,
Yo.
prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
Thank you.
As for you, Traveler, I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson. You'd make
Poisson.
sure that I didn't notice anything
Poisson.
missed before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage.
No, you guessed wrong.
Oh?
My mission was to give you one last chance. We hope that you share your secret with us before the magic box arrived onto the stage.
Is that so? Then I suppose I must have missed my final chance. It's fine. It matters not. What's done is done. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
Yeah, the only thing we can do now is to judge the Hydro Archon. Still, I can't help but be a little bothered by that conversation earlier. What did Fiorina want to say to me right
Sir
before you
Prosecutor,
arrived?
Please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte! Oh, let Paimon see. Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So she's already finished it, huh? Wait, then that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine!
Stop making noises, oh my gosh.
We can refer to this and
Stop.
every time we want to use something from our journal as evidence for an argument.
It's a super practical gift. I never would have thought of using it this way.
Quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a
Never would have thought of using what way. 'Cause I'm
So,
not watching the stream.
fuck you.
The Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in
I'm
at the
part
Opera
of it.
House.
Why should I have to watch?
History books already.
So Charlotte did an exclusive interview with us, and then she gave it to us during the trial, and it's pretty much a timeline of everything that we did when we were in Fontaine.
I didn't think that you'd wind up
So it's got all
being
of
involved
all of our
following
evidences
all
in.
this time. I guess you could ask this is the first time Monsieur Nervillet
Just
had
went
a
around
difference of
collecting
opinion with the
memories,
oratories.
and then
Even the Hydro
suddenly it's been
Archon
used in
can't
a
figure it
trial.
out.
What?
Just collecting memories, and then suddenly it's being used in a
extraordinary
trial.
person. Her instinct must mean something. The fortress of Mirapede was almost destroyed in a single day. That I didn't witness that scene personally will always be a source of professional regret, I think. According to Monsieur Nervillet, both Child and that whale should have been in the primordial sea at that time. I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. To be honest, that still gives me shivers. The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you.
Time for the trial!
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Yo!
Oh, come on, Nervilette. There's no need to repeat all the unimportant legalese. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this. Of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me of a crime.
That's true.
Oh,
My charge
oh god,
here
the
is
traveler's
unrelated
talking.
to your conduct as an Archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Oh my gosh.
I came here thinking
She's
that
not
we
the
were going to
Archon
try
at
the
all.
Hydro
Holy
Archon for
shit.
forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
Oh my
Charge
gosh.
accepted. Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge? Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah. Even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Farina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make such a huge claim?
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld? If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the God of Justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our lives. What do you say to that?
Huh. An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Farina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
People only see you as an Archon because that's their long-held belief.
I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am? And if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
There are many beings that can live for over 500 years. Look, think carefully. What do we know would be special about Farina? Exactly. Oh, okay. Some sort of curse. And communicated with you by connecting your consciousnesses. Which believes that prophecy is something of hope. Even Farina. It's a meme with a knave.
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend your
There's 4
life.
ways to open this book, and I'm very, very confused by it.
Such as a curse.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
Doesn't matter who gave us the information. What matters is the veracity of the claim.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
You sensed it too, huh, Neverlet?
So, Farina, instead of an Archon, could you just be a cursed human?
Lady Farina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as gods. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine. One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the indemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
Wait, that one trial proved the opposite. Furina actually has no control over the Oratrice at all. Yeah, Charles' conviction. Because the Oratrice judged him guilty, and even Furina didn't know why.
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared Child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't
Yeah,
I
what's
make
your
myself
yes?
clear
What's your
at the time?
explanation?
The decisions of the gods are
You
naturally
can't say
difficult for
this
humans to comprehend.
in a trial,
There is no
Furina.
need to provide an explanation.
You cannot say this in a trial.
I believe a reminder.
Yes, Neverlight, remind her that she's in a fucking trial if she can't just say that.
Is in session. The principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial. You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Furina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon? Well, now you're really losing me. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
Sure, we can put the Oratrice aside for now, but then, Miss Furina, could you give us a brief demonstration of your power as an Archon? That's a good question.
Power as an Archon? There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the
Oh no, Sophie!
power of an Archon?
No!
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection.
Fucking Windows 11 has taken her sustenance.
You don't need to go that far.
No, it's not too late! No! It's not too... Can't type. No! A brief demonstration of your power over Hydro should be quite harmless. Surely an Archon can at least match the capacities of a human with a vision. No!
Aren't you the Hydro Archon?
No!
Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people.
Is it bad I kind of want to say something mean all of a sudden?
Wait, what?
To Indemnitium. Thus
Never
did
mind.
I give up all of my divine
Wait,
power
what did you
to
say?
everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
No.
Isn't that a huge stretch?
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
It seems like nobody's buying Furina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Farina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Shouldn't you want to believe in me? Please. You've got to believe me.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And then all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Oh my god, Kayla!
That's enough.
Kayla! Fuck!
If I'm
It was the
not
first
the
thought that came
real
to
Hydro
mind.
Archon,
Oh my
then
god.
who is? If you have no
I'm
evidence
in a
of
very
another
bitchy mood.
Hydro
I don't
Archon's
know, okay?
existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
Wow, she came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't want to give up.
We can't prove that she isn't the Archon. We can try to prove that she's just a human, and if she's only human... She's supposed to... ID case folded. Yes. Choosing to see. This one? Yes!
That doesn't sound right.
No? Oh,
Paimon
okay.
doesn't think this clue can be used as...
Really? It's not that. It's one of these, right? This one? No, fucking no. This one? It's doing so good.
It has been
There we go.
established that all Fontanians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now.
Yo! She sees the light!
Miss
Sophie
Navi,
sees the
please
light!
apply to
She's
serve
not
as a
gonna...
temporary attorney
don't
for
go
the
into the
prosecution
light.
before addressing the court.
Wait!
Though you act in partnership
Wait!
with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Don't go into the light!
I swear
Oh,
this really
oh,
will be the
Booba!
last time that I'll speak out of turn.
Oh, hello.
I brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives, including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater? If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching this seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do
She's
is strengthen
purring,
your case.
but in text form.
If you don't dare to touch it,
I
then
can
we
hear
would
her
have basically
purring.
proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that
It's
after
like
the
when you
disaster at
send
Poisson,
sigh
nobody wants
into the
to see
group
any
chat,
more people dissolve.
I can just hear your
I do
sigh.
hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has governed Poisson for many years. I guess her suggestion is valid.
If Lady Farina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontanian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
Oh, is she actually trying? Oh shit. Fiorina?
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline
Sophie!
participation.
Sophie!
Well, of course you had to tell her that.
You're
But
alive!
participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
I'm not going back on
She's
Genshin.
just staring
I
at the
know how
water without
trauma.
saying a single word. It really does seem
You can
like
play
she's quite
Among
terrified
Me.
of
We
it.
can go play Among Us.
That could only mean...
What's going on? Is she really planning to... That's not
I got
what we
jump scared
thought she
by
would...
fucking Farina's face just randomly appearing. Then I was like, ooh,
Due to
another
the
layer,
inherent
and then
risk
it just
of the
went
test,
black
Lady
again.
Farina, you may.
Hey!
She actually...
I've being abused.
I'm fine. Look.
Yeah, it
Look
turned
at
out my
me,
laptop just
everyone.
needed updating,
My
by the way.
hand is still here. I haven't been dissolved.
It needed
Will you
restarting
believe me
and
now?
updating.
I
So
really
it said,
am
bitch,
your
you've ignored
Archon.
me for too
I'm
long,
nothing
so
like
I'm
a
going
normal
to
human who
kill
would
your
fall apart
game.
as soon as they touch
Wait,
the
what?
water. Really? Was
It needed
this not
restarting
the
and
most obvious
updating.
thing in the world?
Miss Siegewin? If you are
my
present,
laptop-
Miss Siegewin,
Oh.
please come forward and attend to the
The thing I
defendant.
What the fuck did you think I was talking?
Genshin.
Don't be
Well,
nervous.
technically I
It'll
was,
just
because
take
my
a
laptop
few
said,
seconds.
fuck you, you've ignored us, I kill Genshin, then you'll restart, and to be fair...
I didn't hear you say your laptop, to be fair.
Please announce the results of your evaluation
No, just
to the
Sophie
court,
needed
Miss
updating.
Siegewin.
Yeah, I needed a good
Miss
twist and a
Farina was
shout and an
displaying
update.
symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin.
Yep.
These indicate that she
The
was
update was called
experiencing the
Neverland.
adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of
No,
a
it
similar
isn't.
concentration.
Thank you, Miss Siegewin. Lady Farina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur, we don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Farina could have...
I can't believe... You...
What's really going on here? Farina can't not have known the consequences of touching that water as human. This is too unlike how she usually acts, unless it's actually more important for her to keep up the facade than her own life, but hadn't she given up on everything a long time ago?
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. What happened just now didn't prove a single thing. Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also be affected by the primordial seawater? Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
What was that O for?
I've just realized why my laptop needed updating. It was installing AI.
Oh.
Just listen to me.
What?
I really am
I'm
your
actually being
Archon.
serious. It was installing AI. It installed Copilot in Windows for AI assistance.
Oh.
Oh.
New way to browse your photos. AI Hub.
I don't think
I
anything
can
she
now
says at
type
this point will
with
sway
my
anyone.
voice. I didn't know that
The
was
odds are just
possible.
too
How do you
stacked
type
against her
with
now.
your voice?
With all the things that have been said,
I can now
Farina
use my
doesn't have to
PC
be
without a
left for Farina
mouse.
to win.
I believe the time for
Very
arguments
nice.
and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I am gonna make myself a cup of coffee.
Oh, I can't do that. I have to be up early.
I don't think anything she says.
I just have my appointment tomorrow, so ooh, because it's a new one, I get to peel the thing off the seal.
Oh.
I love doing this.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human
Wait, this is so
who
sad.
deceived
Among Us
her
is
fellow
still
citizens,
reinstalling.
Farina is
Oh, I've
Guilty.
realized an issue here.
What?
What's the issue?
Caitlin's gonna spoil it.
I'll try not to.
No, I have a solution.
She left.
Solution.
She left.
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique
Denise
d'Analyse
Cardinal.
to render the final
Oratrice
verdict on the
Mécanique
charges.
d'Analyse Cardinal. Kayla, you still haven't said it.
And I'm not going to.
Why?
Because You want me to say it? So just for shits and giggles, I'm going to be petty and not say it.
Fuck
According to the judgment of the
Archie's
Oratrice
fucking
Mechanique
nicked
de
in
la
Elise
Lys
Canal.
Corvinal, Farina is...
And guess what? I was actually singing that earlier.
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's
It
verdict?
can't be. Did the Oratrice just declare Fiona to be innocent?
No. The Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus. The Hydro Archon, guilty, to be punished via the death sentence.
What the fuck?
The death sentence?
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court.
Do you want spoilers?
Given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of
quick
justice? What an unexpected twist.
I heard that through the wall.
Me sat here confused and oblivious to everything.
Wait, you heard the what the fuck through the walls?
Yes, I heard the what the fuck through the walls.
Well,
Caitlin, your what the fuck is very loud.
What was that squeak?
what squeak?
Yeah, I also heard a squeak.
What squeak?
I don't know, it was a squeak though.
It was a squeak like hinges or something.
Yeah.
What?
Did you not hear that?
Right, to be fair, I have one ear pretty much.
Okay. And
But
I managed to
still.
hear it through the headset. Remember, I'm not anywhere near you guys. I'm not in the same house or even the same area.
Yeah, but right,
And I still
my
heard that.
headphones are quite sound blocking, and my one of my ears blocked.
Okay.
Okay.
Still,
I did not hear anything.
No.
Caitlin,
What?
you're deaf.
I know.
Or we can just chalk it up to the ghosties.
Yeah.
Well, you did nearly call Diana a bitch.
No, I
so
never.
I think she you back. Yeah, you did.
You did what? Caitlin!
My hand was cold, and so Sophie was like, it's probably the old hag, who she means as Diana. So I was like, oh my gosh, Diana's such a... And then I stopped. So I didn't actually call her a bitch.
No,
Poor
but you thought
Diana.
about it,
No.
and you nearly did.
No, I never.
Yeah, you did.
This outcome is
You
indeed...
steal
Anyway,
Diana's
Genshin.
energy and then
According
you
to
try to
Fontaine's
call her a
Diana
bitch.
steals
as
mine!
well as its recommendations for
I
criminal
think we've
sentences.
already established that you're the energy zapper here.
Yeah, but no, Diana steals mine! We worked that out the first time we talked to her!
Do you want to know what's so intriguing about this? I can hear her through my headset. I have my headset on, by the way, and I can
through the
hear her
walls.
through the walls.
Lovely.
My hands are still cold. And wait, I'm playing
My
Genshin.
hands are also cold,
appropriate for
maybe
the crimes that
just
have
the
been
fact that
committed?
it's very cold in England, you know?
She wasn't sentenced to death
Correct,
by the
Mundo.
Oratrice.
Yeah, but one of my hands isn't cold and the other's freezing.
Okay, well maybe
Chalk
it's
that up
because you...
to bad circulation, duh.
Which one is the one that's freezing?
My right hand.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one closer to your window,
Oh,
which
shit,
has a
it
vent in
is.
it, which lets in cold air.
Well done.
What's more strange
wonder why
is
that
instead
one's
of
colder.
Arena.
And she's just
Sophie,
ignoring
you
us.
might want to mute me because I read the traveler's lines. Oh, okay, she left. Anyway, what's more strange is instead of Arena, the Oratrice rendered judgment on the Hydro Archon.
Indeed. Not only is Farina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Farina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place.
Are you done?
But now...
Wait,
the
I want
Oratrice
to tell
seems to have
Kayla something.
deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon.
Okay.
Real
What does
quick,
this
I'm
mean?
gonna go to bed because I have to be up early anyway.
Okay.
I didn't get much sleep last night.
Yeah, good night.
So,
Night.
goodbye.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay, so you don't mind spoilers for Genshin, right?
Girl, does it sound or look like I would be bothered to spoil it?
Okay, so Fiorina, right? She's the Hydro Archon, yeah? So we did a whole trial to try and prove that she's not actually the Hydro Archon and she's like a fake. And the oratory Mechanique Denelli's Cardinal, it said that she was guilty of like faking being the Hydro Archon. But it said the Hydro Archon guilty and is sentenced to death. So the trial where we're like, yeah, you're not actually the Hydro Archon, and the oratories agreed with us, but they also called her the Hydro Archon.
I think it's just because she's known as the Hydro Archon. That might be it. Or someone's fucking with it. You know.
Who fucking knows? Also, Sophie heard me anyway.
Just banging on the wall.
I'll try and speak quieter. But I'm a loud person sometimes, which is really weird because I'm also a quiet person.
Oh, it logged in for me.
What?
Excuse me.
Oh, no,
if I
I've
may interrupt.
gotten Among Us back after like literal months of not playing it.
Fremine!
Trials
Look at him, he's so cute.
Fremine. Oh, you finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
Oh, he's so cute. With some help from other Fatui, Fremine brings a stone slate onto the stage.
Is that the first prophecy slate? Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of water. But has the trial already concluded? Then doesn't that mean I've come too late?
Oh, Fremine!
Oh no. Father will be disappointed in me.
No, it's okay. Don't worry, the mystery hasn't been resolved yet. It's still not too late for you to shine.
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on the slate. Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates, and would like you to come here and confirm their contents.
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
This looks like previous Hydro Archon releasing her divine power, turning the oceanids into human beings.
I believe I've now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Farina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon. So when you say Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kinda talking about?
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
An association between the contents of the slates and the events in real life.
Let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember.
Totally remember what was on the stone slates. Select to check the descriptions of the stone slates to extract key information from them. You can find scenarios related to the stone slates contents and the incidents recorded in the interview notebook. There you can verify said content. As the verification process continues, the fountain water level in the menu interface will rise. When you finish verifying all the stone slates, the truth behind the prophecy shall be revealed. Oh, fun.
The first stone slate describes what you just said.
What?
It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power,
Yeah.
and then the Oceanids turn into humans. Does that mean that Fontanians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that. But if Oceanids can turn into humans, then perhaps this process can be reversed as well.
Probably.
The second stone slate slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But the heavens still brought judgment down upon them.
Okay.
This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontanians were branded with their original sin.
I see,
Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydro Archon sin are the same thing?
I see, yes. You don't see. Because you're not watching my stream, you bitch.
No, I'm currently buying stuff with my 2,874 beans on Among Us.
Damn!
I don't remember when I got all of this, but I do, so I'm gonna use it.
Didn't we also watch that happen to someone else?
Oh, we did watch that happen to someone else.
Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontanians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
Real events. Okay, so seems to show the former Hydro Archon using divine power to turn the oceans into people. This one can be dissolved by water from the primordial sea. Yeah.
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontanians can be dissolved in primordial seawater. And the first stone slate tells us that long ago, the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans. This might be the reason that Fontanians can dissolve.
It shows Celestia floating in the sky and Hydro Archon people worship together. Heavens, sunlight to shine down upon them. Wait. This the one? Yes.
Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon that Nervalette mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia, has recorded on the stone slates.
Okay, prophecy shows Hydro Archon sinking. Where's Navi? Navi,
It's not as simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness was subjected to judgment. The stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing?
Hands. This one?
That doesn't sound...
No, it's this one.
The
Yes.
prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontanians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea, but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an Oceanid. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that her sin was actually Fontaine's original sin. Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness, and was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meropide was the surest sign
Wait,
that
what?
the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter
What? What did you say?
There's a new game mode, specifically the hide and seek mode,
Oh.
on Among Us.
contents can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know
Let's find
together,
the game,
loads of truths should come to light.
Oh, I forgot there's so many maps now. Honestly, I remember the Skeld the best because it's the basic bitch one. So.
Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now! So that's how you can make sense of it! But then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Let's hear them.
The first slate reveals that Fontanians are not real humans.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
All Fontanians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontanians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial, all of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
Second slate reveals that the crown of the Hydro Archon was her creation of Fontanians from Oceanids.
And it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably angered Celestia by creating humans without prior permission. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
As for the third slate, I'm still convinced that it should come after the fourth slate.
Isn't the image here just like when Navia fell into the sea? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate?
The fourth slate depicts the fulfillment of the prophecy, as it's already widely known.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away. Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions.
Crewmate, man.
I must say, given how much you still don't know,
Oh, never mind,
it
I'm
is
a
impressive that
scientist.
you've already managed to connect so many pieces of the truth. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within. If everything goes well, we should finally be informed of the unadulterated truth.
Well? Did you get it?
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you.
Oh, great.
What? What happened?
Your
Well,
hypotheses
Blue and
regarding the origin
Cyan
of
are
Fontanians and the sin of the Hydro Archon
absolutely
were both
adamant that it was
correct.
each other. So.
In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the
And-
yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on
And
land.
I have no clue who it was because I was with what is that, Grey?
The Oceanids were enamored
think
with
it
the
was Grey
beauty
I was
and
with.
romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have
So-
those experiences for
so I don't
themselves,
know.
expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a
Well,
similar kind.
Cyan obviously
However,
voted for Blue,
even though
and Blue's
water as an
obviously
element
voted
is
for Cyan.
intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontanians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial
I just wanna
restraints
get
and
my
return to the
tasks
sea.
done, please,
As a
and
result,
thank you.
their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids. Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles
I'm
to
so
create
glad I
a
don't
new
have to
human
redo a
race.
task when they stop
And
me in the
thus,
middle of it.
the Hydro Archon and all of her creations
Okay.
came to shoulder
Okay.
the original sin of
What did you say?
appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That
Nothing.
is the true history
Oh.
of how
But
the people of
now-
Fontaine first
now-
came
now-
into being.
Someone has pushed the
So
button,
you-
and
We were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
okay.
That's way too much information for
Well,
me.
that's a little bit
I
annoying.
think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
This really might be too much information for your
A little
regular
bit
Fontanian,
confused.
but it does answer a
But
lot of
sure.
our questions.
Alas,
Anyway,
your
yeah,
hypothesis
Brown has
regarding
suddenly
the third
started
and
saying,
fourth stone
oh, that
slates
it's
was
them,
inaccurate.
and they don't want to do
The
it by
slate's
themselves, so
respective
they don't want to be
positions
imposter.
are, in fact, correct.
So, yay, that's the annoying thing with playing Among Us, when it's not your friends and people that you know. Because then you don't have the perfect settings and everything.
Something out in the right order. What is the third slate supposed to
The
represent
key
then?
point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids. They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of Trials and Justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate. Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice.
It can't be.
Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
What should we do?
I don't know. It feels like there's no way out of this.
No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions. About the fourth slate, you probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes? However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come. As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
I have? Wait, could it be? Child!
Child. Out of context.
This eruption is just a small warning of the things to come.
That's
We
so
must
random.
find the root cause of the disaster.
Child.
Sound quite right.
I'm realizing now that I'm like starting my own game for Among Us that
The whale
I,
and
It was
Childstring.
both
I
dream
don't play casual.
and reality.
I play with much more difficult settings.
True culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
Oh my god, my ear just unblocked. Everything's so much louder now.
Amazing.
That's great. Anyway.
anyway.
Oh shit, everyone's running. Oh my god! Whale! It's a whale! No! Child! Yeah! No! Not child! No!
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
That's right. I'd wager that it's also the one that Child saw when he was
we've
young.
met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while. It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels. And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within the sea, its next step will be...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontanians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontanians.
Oh gosh.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land far sooner. From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
It is too late.
What do you mean?
It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself. Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
Indeed, that's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end, no matter what.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
After everything, it still turned out like this. We couldn't fight against fate. Wait, but if this is all about fate...
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
Could it be that even if the prophecy will be fulfilled, there will still be a way to save everyone? Where's Farina? Did I miss something? Wait, I forgot about Farina. What was it she wanted to say to me at the last moment in the giant magic box? What is her real secret? Oh. Shit's moving. Oh my god. The archery's like at least Cardinal's going off the wire.
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Farina! No, I still need answers.
What the fuck?
You.
Furina. I love that.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Farina. Who are you?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question...
I love her outfit. Oh my god.
Focalor. You know, the god.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria, for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe, now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be.
Aww.
Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy. Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Oh, wait. This is so sad. Came into contact with Theona's tears. If I remember correctly, tears often contain with sufficiently strong hydro sensitivity can form an emotional connection, just like a way with the Oceania that we've probably seen. Wait, could this be Farina's inner world? Farina? What is she doing on stage? Wait a moment. That's probably isn't Farina. If I can directly speak to that self, I might be able to easily get what I wanted to know. I came here for answers. Either way, this opportunity is not being missed. Let me try talking to her. Talk to Farina. Can I go? Yeah. Arena.
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules.
Come on, it's me, Fiorina?
All right. It is not my
Don't look at
intent
me,
to
don't look at
reprimand
me.
you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
But I don't see an audience here.
Oh, do
Stage
not
lights go off,
jest.
please, if only
Can
for
you
1
not
second.
feel it? I am Focalor.
That
The
way
eyes
I
of
can become
countless
myself again.
Fontanians are upon me. I must, at all times, display the utmost elegance and nobility.
Something's off. There's no getting through to her, even in her heart of hearts. She's still playing the role of the Archon. What sort of resolve must she have that even her inner self and subconscious would have an impenetrable defense? They have to find a way. Turn off the lights.
Dear audience,
Oh,
the
hello.
performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Access denied.
Incoming.
Squall Fury. Yeah.
How amusing.
Adventure. Born of ice and frost. We're way behind. Hey!
Behold! You're dead! Search for it!
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
The wind rises.
Born of ice and frost.
Freckles change.
Access denied.
Incoming. Speed of light. Hey!
Squall Fury, bow your head!
No touching.
And the last one. Wait, before I do that, heal you and you. So the spotlight's turned off in Fiona's heart. They must have symbolized the eyes of the people on her. Speaking of which, I think I just received some sort of signal. Was that her true voice? A ticket? When did that end up here? Ooh. Oh. Guessing that's our seat. Either way, it looks like the show is about to begin. In that case, show me how you truly feel, Fiorina. Scene 1. Before a mirror, Fiorina. Ooh. Oh.
Farina. Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Whoops. Kayla headed off. I did not notice. I was too busy with game.
Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can this be?
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Mirror me. What do you wish to say?
The prophecy. Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh, very good. You know it well.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Will it really come to pass?
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die?
Farina.
I'm a Fontainian.
She went through so much. Oh my
Will
gosh.
I dissolve too?
So much pressure.
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side, and my pain on the other, is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
Oh, what the fuck?
You truly are the perfect human. My ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed.
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity.
I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. I'll try to do this. So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved.
A trial, huh? How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
Oh. Scene 2, a session speech, Furina.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural.
Summon courage.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Verena de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice.
Close politely.
Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person?
Oh no. The reason why she's like that because she's judged by people so many times.
She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Verena. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play. Oh, very good, my people. Only ones so such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
Resolutely with conviction.
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin.
Turn
The
up the
scales
drama.
of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its God. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine.
In the speech emphatically.
There is no trouble in this world
Oh
that
my
justice
gosh.
cannot solve.
This is such a cool storyline. What the fuck?
To believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Yes! Oh, yeah!
Scene 3, Opera House, Fiorina. So, she's forced to play the role to save the people. It's kind of sad, to be honest.
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now, was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial.
I really
A
want some
trial
food.
to end all things.
Oh, but I wanted a chicken dinner.
How could
That'd
you
be so
hope
nice.
to understand?
Chicken, gravy,
That's true, I fear I lack the ability to grasp your
Vegetables.
divine thought, Lady Archon.
roast potatoes.
No need for fright.
I'm getting hungry
And
just
do not
thinking of
take
it.
what I say
I should
before
stop
too
thinking of food.
seriously.
Why am I thinking of food?
Do your duties.
Oh, but I really want
The
a chicken
trial
dinner.
I await.
I have no money.
Come one day.
I have no money for a chicken dinner. There we go. We're in Fiorina.
Lady Farina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right, Deoteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family, too. He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
Oh, but I also want
You're such a gentleman,
chips and gravy
Dad.
from a chippy.
Thank you once again, on behalf of my
There's
son.
one where I live, but it's 20 past 11 and I have no money. Good sake. Why am I so hungry right now? Anyway. Fiorina. Relaying of Fiorina's stories. Stay focused, don't think of food.
Lady Farina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Really? Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Oh, is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy.
To bed. Sleep time.
The day is finally over.
Aww.
I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's
She's
good
been
to
in
see
so
that
much.
everything's
She's been under so many. Oh my god, she's been in so.
I
I can't speak. She's been under so much pressure.
I just need to keep going, and everyone will be saved. All right, Farina, don't think too hard about this. You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Scene 4, Opera House, Farina.
Lady Farina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Lady Farina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Poisson!
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute.
Poisson.
Don't think I let anything slip today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about. I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
Scene 5, Opera House, Fiorina. Scene 182375, Opera House, Fiorina. Oh.
Lady Farina, it's like a dream being able to speak with you up close like this. I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Dioteria, almost 20 generations ago.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer, a descendant of a line most ardent.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Farina. My lady?
What is it, good citizen?
Oh, are you crying?
Uh-huh. Oh, really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh,
Oh, she's crying with a smile on her face because she has to keep up the act. Bro, what the fuck?
So interminable.
It's from the fountain. Were you here?
So lonely. Just how much longer?
Oh,
Hundreds
Fiorina.
of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more.
Oh, Fiorina. Ah, this is so sad.
Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far?
Fiorina.
I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
Scene 182376, Opera House, Farina, and all the lines in the back.
Farina, you don't have to shoulder
It's this
this
one.
burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. Your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
That's my voice. Is this scene from where we were within the giant magic box? This is great. I don't think that the scene would replay in her inner world. Surely I'll find out what she wanted to tell me then.
My burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case... He's right. I could confide in him, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to... No, Farina. You shouldn't be selfish. But what if it's really alright? Farina, you've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Just this once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt if
If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it long and hard. No, I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
We teleported.
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Oh shit.
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber.
That was her.
It now seems that that person
Yes.
was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth.
Oh?
In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority has been, had to be, accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But... But
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
Oh no! No, Neverlet! Oh, I should be quiet because Sophie's on the other side of the wall.
Hydro Dragon.
Oh, she's saying the thing.
Don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontanians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on.
Can I just say the voice acting for Fosala is amazing.
Others. At this point,
I'm pretty sure it's the same person who did Fiorina, because obviously they're pretty much the same person. But oh, it's so good.
All other Fontanians.
I like how smooth her voice sounds.
The burden of this sin for far too
Her voice,
long.
it just sounds smooth. It's like it's gliding over my head in like the nicest way possible.
Full power as an elemental sovereign.
It's not gliding over, like just through my brain. It's like it's.
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Eudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last, I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Fossalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
She's dancing. That's so cute. Also, I really fucking love her outfit. Oh, Fiorina. He's regaining the original power of the heavenly principle still from the sovereign dragons. Right? That's what they're called. And Farina is no longer cursed because... Thank you, Farina. Oh, for all you've done. Oh, but from this moment on, please live happily as a human. Just as I wish we could. This is so fucking sad, what the fuck?
I, Eudex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Holy shit! What the fuck? The blood looks so fucking cool there, by the way. Oh my god. This is so good. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh my.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
But didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry.
You obtained power? Just now?
Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice.
Executor? Do you mean executor? Wait, executor? Nibbler. Now I mean this in the kindest way possible. But I think you mispronounced something. Do you mean executor? Executor. That's how you spell executor, right? Am I thinking of executioner? What the fuck is an executor then? I actually need to search this up because now I'm confused. Executor? I've never heard that. Executor sounds more likely, but I might just be thinking of executioner. Executor. How do I pronounce it? Executor. Executor is legally responsible for carrying out the instructions in the person's will and handling their estate. Okay. Pronunciation. Executor. Oh! Nevelet's right, I'm wrong. You mean me?
The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. The beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring narwhal.
Ooh.
Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Executor. I had never heard of that word before. Genshin's teaching me shit. Oh my god. Who would have thought? Okay, to be fair, animation's so fucking good. He might be evil, but at least his animation is good. Oh my god, it's also really pretty. Like, look at that! That's so fucking pretty.
We're going to
Oh fuck.
But how are we going to do
Oh my god!
I've already done my best to separate the power of the primordial sea from the whale. But considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within.
No, that's so no fuck. That's so cool when you walk on the ground. That's so cool. Look, and then you push, and then you can. That's so cool. I'm too enthralled by. I'm too enthralled by this.
Can feel.
I don't understand. Am I doing the right thing? Am I supposed to be doing this? What? I don't know what's going on. We have wiser lines everywhere. Oh, hello. What's that noise? Oh hello. Oh hello. Oh hello. Oh hello. Hello, hello! Ah, no, go away! Destroy the eye of the—
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour.
I'm going towards it.
Continue
This is fun.
To trigger its hostility, and a chance will present
Fuck.
itself.
It's like I need to heal on you.
I can fix this.
That was great. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but it should be fine. Oh, this is meant to happen? Okay.
Why is there a hole-looking thingy over there? It looks
Fucking music's sick! Holy shit! I have no clue if I'll be able to actually use this. Oh, fuck off! Oh no! Oh god, you're gonna die! Oh, scare! Scare! No! No! Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Granted you my protection.
Oh.
Do not fear. Seize
Oh,
the
because I
moment.
totally
Use
have.
my power to
Oh,
suppress its roots from within.
oh my god, hello! Oh, he gave us a power of pneuma. Okay. Oh, like, oh, is he it?
We're way behind schedule.
I don't know what. I don't know what.
Next
Here's
on
that.
the agenda.
What even are you? I don't think we get told, do we? Profile. Yeah, we don't get told. Python Judicator. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know, is he new? How do we know if he's... We don't get told. Oh, no wait, but he doesn't have one. I was like, oh yeah, we can look at his... But he doesn't have one. We can look at his vision, but he doesn't have one. He doesn't have a vision. So I don't know if he's Numa or he's Ozia. Ozia. Yeah. Ancient dragons up. That's cool. Oh, did not mean to go back into character. Anyway. I'm pretty— Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to do this, by the way. I can't— it's just aren't— I don't know enough. My highest level is 80. I could fucking try and get through this as best as I can. Where the fuck do you go? Okay.
Cut to the
Oh,
chase.
wait.
Squall and Fury.
That's foreign. Don't blink. Yeah, no touching.
I almost destroyed the shield. Oh. Oh my god, hello. Oh, Jubilant. Hello! It's a fucking game. I love that. Oh my god, I get it. Oh. Oh shit, hi. That's Skirk, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Bye, child.
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
That power. Who are you exactly?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the...
She looks like she's straight out of Honkai Impact 3rd.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals.
What sort of person would take the all-devouring narwhal as a pet?
I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master. Wait, is that right?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
Who?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him?
The Fowl.
Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary?
Rhine Daughter!
Vetterfalnir then? Or Gold Rhine Daughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhine Daughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine Daughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
No, there's little to be surprised about Paimon. It is natural after all. The prophecy will surely come true. He knew this and accepted it. However...
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne.
Oh my gosh. Water. Look at all the water.
Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
God damn. boat. It's just people in the water. Nope. No, the water recedes. Oh no, it's just a big boat. It's just a big boat. Oh! Yeah, Risley!
Initiate emergency rescue.
Just a big boat. It's a flying boat. No, wait! Is that just gonna go under and just pick people up? That's so funny. Oh, that's so— oh my god, child! There's a baby. There's a baby. And then, obviously, Diver would be helping. Oh yeah, because vision bearers, they're known to not be able to they're known to be able to breathe underwater. And down goes the water.
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
The prophecy was wrong.
Good things come.
What the fuck? Did I end on Kuching? Was that Kuching? Was that Kuching saying a voice? Was that Kuching doing an idol? Is that one of her voice lines?
attacks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Spina di Rusula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, booner brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify.
Oh my god, she was in the water and she still took a picture.
Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
There might have been real big shots from the start, we just didn't meet them in that capacity.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their home. I'm sure that these stories could draw even your well-traveled eye.
The articles do make me curious about how things will play out.
Wait a minute. Didn't we watch everything happen from start to finish? What's there to be curious about?
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down
Oh, this time will be different. Come on! Let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
What the fuck was that? What did I get? It must be... It's one of these! Tears Among the Stars. Ah! Yeah. We're collecting shit. We still have chance vision. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. That's so cool. Go to Poisson. Oh no, last character I had on. And what the fuck was that noise? Did that make you look? I'm gonna go here first. And then, once we finish the Archon quest, we can do some exploring and then end the stream. Some exploring of the new area.
Quit following me.
Boop, 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 boop. Wait, actually, how much of... We've got 25. Not far off from 30. Still going lower. Navia!
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too!
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've
That's
lost
good.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
But we're moving forward.
Best NPCs. We lost
will
them.
have to be
It's so sad.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clorian?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat.
Oh, actually, you know what I need to do? I need to level up. Level up.
She really came here
And
to
also I
help
need
me
to get. I need to level up all
There's
my
so much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
Oh.
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake,
One
you might
gay,
as well just take a few
two
more
gay,
photos of me.
double gay.
Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
Aww.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots.
Charlotte takes more pictures of Poisson. Clicking.
All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Clarand.
Oh.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
You already knew she was going.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Nervillette, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Nervillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridsley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon
In
tea
fact, I
in
might,
exchange.
after like I've completed the Archon quest, I might end stream. Go to the Fortress of Meripede. Yeah, so pretty much we're just going through like the after effects of everything that happens, and then it should be finished, right?
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
So last time I played the Archon quest, when I went to like finish the stream, I got told afterwards that I only had to speak to 4 people and then the Archon quest would be finished. Sophie.
Miss Charlotte, whom our good
Sophie was
head
on
nurse
call, by the way, and heard me say, "Oh, I'm gonna finish it and complete the Archon quest next time." She could have just said, "Oh, but there's only 4 more people you
No
need to
need
speak
to
to."
But
Unless
that
she
said,
wasn't
I
paying
shouldn't be the
attention
focus
to where
of
it
your
was
interview.
at.
I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier, hmm?
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on. The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend. Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Huh. Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
Surely does know how to fix these opportunities for all their worth.
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing before. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
Oh gosh.
Ah, Sijuin.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse. Sure. Come on, Miss Sijuane, over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurier? Miss Lurvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, which is a pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two.
You walk with Risley for a while and share news from above ground with him.
I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
He sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then. All right. Last
She really likes getting her stories. The docks. Or maritime harbor. Who's gonna be here? Lenny? Maybe. Lenny and his siblings. Maybe Alucino. Who else could it be? Farina? Neverlet? But Neverlet would be at his office. Ba-ba-doo. It is Lenny. It's Lenny, who didn't come home on this account, that fucking bitch. I love you, but get that. It is Lenny and his siblings. Yo. She has intel. She's a stalker.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Traveler, Paimon. And Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by I'll help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my address.
You sure are working hard to help Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Sounds like that would suit him.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape
This is so
magic to him,
cute.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show.
I love that dynamic. Love this like relationship. It's so cute.
Miss Charlotte said she wants to take a picture of us.
Got it.
My,
The relationship is so adorable.
She
That's
got
so
rid of
cute.
everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. So, how have things been, traveler?
Anyway. Fucking gay.
Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
That's alright. We were more than happy to help. So, what's she doing now?
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. Well, after Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur
Where did
Nervalet
Farina
opened
go?
negotiations during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Well, he doesn't really need the
Yes,
gnosis.
I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and
yeah.
Poisson.
That's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
Never like
I would agree,
doesn't really need.
But I've also heard that it seems that
He doesn't
Mr.
really need the
Nervalet has had a
gnosis because he has his
significant change of
own
heart
power.
regarding the matter.
He got his power returned to him.
Reason for this that only Nervalet knows about?
Wouldn't that mean
I
that
suspect you'll have to ask
the
him about
gnosis
that
is
yourself.
useless?
Ah, yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the
No,
entrance
wait, the
to the
gnosis
fortress
isn't
of
what gives him the
Meripede a while
power.
back.
It's what gives the right to rule the land, right? Something like that.
But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
No, it's
They
it's
say
a
that he's
connection to the
returned to
heavenly
Snezhnaya
principles.
to recover from his wounds.
That's what the gnosis
I hear that
is.
the recent
So, and
disaster really did a
Nervalet
number
doesn't
on his
need that. That's why he gave. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Well, I guess I can now call him one of my Wamputies.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Yeah. no, because, you know, Lenny. My neck hurts.
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
She's so fucking hot. I'm saying that as an asexual. She is so fucking hot.
That is our duty.
Like, bro, look at her!
Yes.
I actually wouldn't mind
Don't be too
pulling for her.
preoccupied with signs.
Actually, I really wouldn't mind pulling
the
for her.
Fatui concerns not a single place
Oh,
or
but it
person,
would also
but the
be really
entire
cool to have
world.
Irina because her place sounds so cool.
Goal
Sorry.
in mind. It is inevitable that we must wear many masks. Switching my masks.
But also, you know,
is
twinks
something
are.
I've always done.
I fucking love the twinks. Anyway, will you keep
Well, that
to your
depends on
position?
many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever?
Her feet are clipping through the ground.
As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Actually, I just remembered something. Please help us deliver
A
this.
vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You're...
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Clipping through the ground.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, She has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too. And what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pockets. I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
No, I don't want to leave. No! Don't make me leave. No! He left. Look when you're let. Are you there? I need to go there anyway. I need to update the fountain. My brain kept going to say fontaine, which technically does mean fountain, but
too slow.
Quite sorting. I will do it at some point. Yeah, it just needs to be updated. And then it should go. Anyway, where is he? He's at the end, right? I'm pretty sure. Actually, where is he?
The wind rises.
No. No. He's at the end. I was right. Haha.
Entrance to the fortress. Ooh, he really is there.
No.
So, you really are here, Neuvillette. Paimon didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Neuvillette sighed softly before telling you the truth concerning what he saw that day. Both Solar deceived the heavenly principles and used Farina's endless performance to save Fontaine.
So that's what happened?
I only saw Farina's part myself.
Fusillor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born with Vigiria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial entities remain within them, I could use ancient
Oh, he made them real humans.
after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Fusillor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone.
You could say that it was at that moment that the Fontainians were finally truly born.
Yeah,
Aww.
and in a manner of speaking, Fusillor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask.
Ah, yes.
Ask
At the
away.
end of
I will tell you the truth as I know it.
each Archon quest, the law dump. About the initial verdict that was passed on
I
to
have
Child.
investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, he would have had tangential liability. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association, or Focalors deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
Guess Focalors had Fontanians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real humans. Hang on a second. Paimon suddenly got another question. Back when Fontanians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also transformed Oceanids?
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontanians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Paimon sorta gets it now. Either way, seems like this ritual won't be of any further use, but it'll probably live on as a local custom.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Say someone from Fontaine, you know, got together with someone not from Fontaine, would they be able to have, like, would they have been able to have, like, a normal child before they got turned into humans? About Fontaine's future.
About that. Risley said Farina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalors' words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House, not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalors the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
After Focalors passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function.
No more
This matter
Oratrice
will
taking
directly affect our trials.
No more Oratrice
After much
back in
careful
Louis
consideration,
now.
I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me.
You
As
know,
such,
any
before
story
I attend
quest,
to my other responsibilities,
I kind
must
of
first
feel
and
like it
foremost
makes
continue
sense
to
for it
serve
to
Fontaine
like
as its highest
take
judge.
place
The
after
duty
the
of the
end
Hydro
of
Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall
like the
coexist
whole
within my
Archon
person.
quest, like Fontaine Archon
Additionally,
quest.
the Hydro Archon's
Because
departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House
it
shall no longer
ends
produce indemnity.
where the first two, so you know, the first two arcs we got. That's when, you know, once you've done that, you get to play Lenny Story Quest. So at the end of the first arc, we can't. It's kind of we have like, you know, we kind of don't really end on good terms, and he's not really in the second act much, I believe. And then suddenly in his story quest, we're like, oh, buddy, and I fucking love that, by the way. But so it makes sense because now we are again buddy with Linny. It makes sense that his story quest takes place after, like, you know, the whole thing has been sorted. Fontaine's Gnosis.
They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something.
Leaving aside their intentionality, The two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power. As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine.
Yeah.
If the
I knew.
Fatui have
I've
impure
worked that out.
designs, we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
What complicated considerations? Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Child.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
About the next step on my journey. Oh, Natlan.
You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
A nation of dragons? You mean like you?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity. Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the knave that I believe may be useful to you. The harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
Of course he has.
Sounds like a
Yeah, like, El Capitano, he's known from Child's voice lines to be a good
I
fighter.
suggest that you
So it
fully
makes
prepare
sense.
yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you.
Yay!
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know
I
it.
have no more questions.
Hang on a sec.
Oh.
Paimon's still got a question about the Gnosis.
Okay.
When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
Okay. What do you want us to know in your letter? I will listen.
I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface.
Oh.
It went something like this.
It's loading.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
Paimon.
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
Ah, of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Oh?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
Huh. According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing.
Wait, do
But
we know
once a
anything about the
person
third
dies,
descender?
the bonds he once had with this world shall all
We
turn
know that the
to
first
curses.
descender. We're the fourth. The first is most
No
likely
need to fret.
Celestia. Although
These are just
supposed to be
my
pretty Celestia, right?
personal thoughts.
Do we know anything about the second and
And my
third?
reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
That's actually kind of funny. She's like, oh yeah, I have my own disciple. Forgot about him. Okay, so the Gnosis are the third descendant's remains. That's so interesting, because the Gnosis were given to the Archons by
Whether
Celestia.
it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on to you.
The remains of the third descender? So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
Makes sense, yeah. A descender. She mentioned one of them. Ah! I am the fourth descender. For me, this information means two things. One of the Gnosis are related to... Oh my god. One, that the Gnosis are related to descenders. And two, that the one who came before me has already died.
I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender. I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Oh shit.
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility, right? No, let's not think about this stuff right now.
Paimon! I want the law! Give me the law! No.
Descender and all.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Don't worry, I won't die so easily.
That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck. What's
No, give me the law! That was actually really interesting.
Or go look for his
I want to know more about the Descenders.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
We could ask neither, but obviously we're not going to be able to learn that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment as well.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will.
Can you understand the will of the gods?
I suspect not. But once in a while I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops.
Aww.
Life flows like water.
Wait, that's such a
final
pretty image.
The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls
You have a
freely
lot.
upon all.
He like has some deep thoughts sometimes.
What's the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
The Masquerade of the Guilty complete. Oh, that was such a good Archon quest. I fucking love that Archon quest. That was so good. I loved that. That was so fun to play through. It was so long as well. If you count that, it's been 3 hours and around 40 minutes. The other one was around 2 hours. That's 5 hours and 40 minutes. It took me to complete. I think I didn't start straight away last time.
Too slow.
Last stream, but still. Not long. Reputation. I'll get this reputation and then I'll end stream because I am tired. And also, I need to go to the toilet. Okay, right. Also, do 3 wishes. Because why not? Well, I'm not probably not going to get anything, but it'll be fun. Wait, what is the history actually? What was the last what was the last 5-star I got? Wait. Has it not? No, it has, because, yeah, the Favonius sword. The last 5... It was never allowed the last 5-star I got. Pretty sure. Should be. Because I haven't got any other 5-star. Yeah. 8 times 5 is 40, I believe? Yeah, 40. That's 42. And this will be 43. See? Nothing. Not even a Charlotte. What are these? What are you? Investigate. God, investigation. What?
Quit following me.
What? Simple button.
Too slow.
Oh. Oh. Oh! Yeah, okay, it's from a world quest I accidentally started when I was trying to go here. Oh, I remember now. Okay. Oh shit! We're at level 2! Mining outcrops. What's this? Oh, it's a crystal factor. And that's so cool actually. Fruity trio? Yo! Oh. Oh, I don't like that. I prefer this one. But these, I do actually want to get these because they're really pretty. And I'm sure they'll be really pretty on New Vallette as well. Who knows, might actually also fit, Wanderer. How does she know he loves you? Actually. Let me go to Inner Zoom real quick. No, not that. Here. Do you know he's yours? Do you know he loves you? And zoomies. We got the zoomies. Zoom zoom. I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. And offer. What do we get? We got a crown. Yo. Wait, I thought I found an exclamation mark. Okay. Ooh, achievements. Mine. Wait, yeah. Nothing else, nothing else. Okay, just checking. That I fucking loved that Archon quest. It was so good. I loved the cutscenes, everything that happened. Oh wait, to find out everything that happened because you know some shit kind of went down. Ooh, ooh. But it was a really fun Archon quest, and it was paced so well. Even from Act 1 till now, it was paced so well. Everything that happened was so fun. I think my favorite part was still the trial, like the first trial where we had to try and work the first and second one, where we had to try and work out everything. That was really fun. I really hope, because they've implemented the mechanic. It should be it shouldn't be too hard to make an event of it, because that would be so... I would play the fuck out of that event. Or even just have it as like a permanent thing that anytime you could just do these trials and shit, because that would be so fun. And I'm pretty sure the world quest I accidentally stumbled on, that might have a trial because we're collecting clues. So if that does have a trial, that would be fun. I do hope they add more trials because they are great and I love them so much. Please have an event for trials because again I freaking love it. To be fair, I actually don't know what's coming in this update because I didn't watch the update video, like the update stream. So I'll work it out. But they should do an event for trials because again, favorite part of the whole Archon quest, the trials. Like you should watch my my first few streams of the Fontaine, where there's literally just a part where it's me and Kayla and we're just talking amongst each other like theories, or like, oh, how could this have happened, how could this, it was so fun. And just me and Kayla were just like bouncing off of each other, like, oh, look at the theories. I was like reading out what was happening on the screen to her. She was like, oh yeah, well, but what if it's this, what if it's this? It was so fun. Like, I wish I could experience that again. Yeah, anyway, that was a good stream, I think. It was super fun to stream today. Did not expect to stream for so long. Did not expect the Archon quest to still be so long. But it was fun, nonetheless. I'm tired. And yeah, I should also make my tea so I can sleep. I might stream tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling. If not, Friday. Ooh, definitely not Friday. If not, maybe Thursday, and if not Thursday, definitely Saturday. The reason why I say no Fridays, because Friday is the day where I'm at uni all day, which, not fun. But it's better. My uni schedule is better than others. Like, I'm literally only in Tuesday afternoon, which is for 3 hours, 2 to 5. And then Thursday is my 2 1-hour lectures from 3 to 5, and then Friday is my 10 to 5 with an hour 1 to 2, between 1 and 2. So yeah, my uni schedule's not that bad. It's mainly because a lot of the stuff we do is they really just expect us to like either like go in and do it, or just like work from home. But yeah, anyway, I like the stream. Today's stream has been fun. I hope you have a great day. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube. YouTube is where I post all my VODs. I post often on TikTok. Oh, I've been really bad with it lately, but I'll try and edit more clips and post more. I don't actually post much on Instagram, but follow me just in case. And I don't actually post much on Twitter either, but I've been getting into a habit of before stream being like, I'm live on here, da da da. Should I just like post about my day sometimes on Twitter maybe? Or X. Twitter. Anyway, have a good day everyone. Love you. Bye.